Whenever you're at a state park, it's great for recreating. There's so many things to do here. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Having recently purchased the New Mexico State Parks annual camping pass, I want to check out as many of these campgrounds as I can over the next year. Right now it's mid-April, and so I have until end of April of 2023 to go to as many parks as I want and camp for free essentially. And so my first stop along the way is Blue Water Lake State Park. It just so happens that this was on my route. My travel plans took me this direction, and so I decided this would be my first stop. I came here, I bought the pass. So let's go ahead, drive around, take a tour of it, and show you guys all what Blue Water Lake State Park has to offer. Let's go, guys. I came down here because I saw a sign that I thought was a camp sign, but turns out it is a no camping sign. So I basically just had to unhook my car from the motorhome so I could turn around to this tight spot. So now I'm gonna go scout for a spot with the tracker. I'm gonna leave the motorhome here. This is the downside of towing something behind you, is that you can get kind of gummed up with, you know, I wasn't able to turn around with the car still attached, so I had to detach it. Life is always an adventure, for sure. All right, while certainly not my favorite part of nomad life, it is an essential part of nomad life, is checking out the dump area. So let's take a quick look. All right, so they don't have any drinking water here, which is a good thing. We don't usually want to grab your drinking water from the dump station, but they do have the hole right there, and they have some rinse water, which is really nice. Not all places have rinse water, but it's definitely not for drinking. They have other places that you can do that elsewhere. This is actually a really nice one. There's 2 slots, and they're both very level, really well maintained too, I'll give them that. But then there are other places in the park that have the fresh water that you'll grab for drinking. So we'll go check those out next. You know, being on the road full time, finding water is sometimes one of the most difficult things. You can usually go to grocery stores and so forth, but you always want to trust your water source. I still use a filter, even though I'm really sure that this is good water because it's in a state park, but I still want to use a filter just in case. But yeah, this is one of the more difficult things on the road because it's not as easy as you think sometimes. So having a resource like this right on hand, super convenient. So let me tell you guys a little bit about Blue Water Lake State Park. It is at 7,500 feet elevation. So keep that in mind when you're either making reservations or you're trying to show up here. It can be cold here during parts of the year. In fact, I'm here in mid-April. A week ago, it got down to 16 degrees at night. So that's way too cold for me, so no thank you. Right now, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised at got to about 70 degrees today with a low of 35 expected tonight. So those are temperatures I can handle. But again, being higher elevation, you want to keep that in mind. Within the park here, there are 5 or 7 different campgrounds, smaller campgrounds within it, for a total of 149 sites. Now, of those 149 sites, 14 of those have electric. So if you need electricity for air conditioning, if it's too hot here, that might be a really good option. It's only $4 extra per night for the electric sites. Not a bad option, but I don't need electricity, so I just got the normal dry camping area, and that was perfectly fine. Now, these campgrounds are on Reserve America, so you can make reservations through that, but they also have walk-up sites as well. So you don't have to make a reservation. You could kind of just, roll the dice, see if you get a spot when you get here. The other option is if there are no sites within the park here that are open when you arrive, there's actually primitive camping down on the beach, which is really, really cool. There are tons of people down there on this side of the lake as well as on the other side of the lake that they're just camped right along the side of the water. They have groups of people or people off by themselves. Really, really cool option. So I would have no hesitation of just, rolling the dice, coming here without a reservation. If you do go through Reserve America, they do have fees associated with that. So besides the, $225 annual pass that you bought already for camping, there is a reservation fee or transaction fee. For one night of camping, it's $4. For 2 nights of camping, it's $8. And then for 3 nights or more, it is $12. So it tops off at $12. That's the most of the fee that they're going to give you. So if you stay here for 2 weeks, that'll be a $12 fee, which again, if you stay for 2 weeks, that's less than $1 a day. They do have a dump station. I went and checked that out. So that was really nice. It had 2 slots. It was really clean. Dump station, not my favorite part of motorhoming and being a nomad, but an important part, and this one was really easy. They have also fresh water. I filled up my freshwater tanks, filled up my jugs, so I'm gonna put those in my motorhome, give me a little extra water for the next week or so. They also have showers here, which is really kind of nice. I will say, have to be honest, the showers were not fantastic. They were very, very clean, don't get me wrong, but they had a little push button thing that you push it and the water spits out for 5 seconds. So you're pushing it, trying to lather up real quick, push it again, lather. It was not the most enjoyable, but in the end, I still got clean. Took a little more time just pressing that button constantly. But again, having showers that's included in the annual pass is a really nice benefit in my mind. Now, some of the other things to consider, whenever you're at a state park, it's great for recreating. There's so many things to do here. I went out on the water earlier, or went down to the water's edge earlier, tons of people fishing. So if you have a fishing license, this is a great place to do it. There are tons of people casting their lines in, pulling in fish. So I don't know if they stock this lake, but again, it is a great place to go fishing. In addition to that, there is 2 or 3 hiking trails within the park here. They're short. There's the dam overlook that just goes up around. That one's, I think, only a 1/4 mile or 1/2 mile. Then there's another trail, Canyon Side Trail. That one might be a mile or 2, so very, very short hikes, but again, really nice just if you want to take a walk around. In addition to hiking in the park and fishing, there's also boating. You can take your kayak out there, you can take your stand-up paddleboard, you can go jet ski out there if you want, you can go water skiing. So you have a lot of options out on the lake here, which is really nice. You can also go swimming, things of that nature. There is a playground on site, so if you have a family, if you have kids, or if you're an adult, I mean, come on, we all like to play. There is that added benefit of having a playground right here on site. A lot of the campgrounds do have playgrounds, so that's a really cool thing for the families. So that's just, again, one of those benefits of having the pass and being able to stay at the state park here. Now, when it comes to cell service, I will say Verizon worked out really well here. We had great service, no issues whatsoever. AT&T is non-existent, so that is the sad part. My main phone is AT&T, so I don't have service here for that, but I have a secondary hotspot for Verizon, and I'm able to pull down cell service with that. So I'm kind of lucky in that regard, but just keep that in mind that if you have AT&T, you're going to be kind of out of luck. Verizon, you should be okay. Now, besides the things you can just do within the park here, there are also a lot of things you can do in the surrounding areas. So within 1 hour drive of here, you have 20+ hiking trips you can do, or hiking trails you can hit, and 30 or more mountain bike trails. So that's actually a really good number of other trails you can do in this area, and that's all within an hour's drive. Some of them are only about 45 minutes drive, So you have a lot of recreating that you can do in this little area, which makes it really a high priority for me, as I like to go recreate and I like to go hiking. And so it does offer that, and you can go out and explore the area. Now, when you look at amenities such as you need groceries and do laundry, things like that, within 30 minutes, or about a 30-minute drive, you have Grants, New Mexico. That has a Walmart, a Smith's grocery store, and it also has several laundromats. So you can get all of your town fix when you go there. On the way, you could hit a hiking trail. There's hiking trails along the way, and so I would usually do it as one trip, go for a hike, go into town, get my supplies, and then be done, come on back and call it a night. So it is nice that you have those kind of facilities so close, only 30 minutes away. That's a very, very easy thing to do. So those are the main things that the Blue Water Lake State Park offers. I'm gonna go check out a hike right now. I think I'm gonna go do the dam overlook hike and then the canyon side hike as well. So let's go see how those look and we'll give those a try. But now we're gonna go to the canyon side trail, which actually goes down to basically the river, the outflow of the dam. So we're gonna go check it out, see what it's like. I remember reading in the information that this was a really big area to watch birds and so forth for bird watching. I didn't quite understand that because I was just in the Pinyon Forest area and I saw a few birds, but not a ton. Walking through that riverbed, so many cattails, so many birds, it was amazing. So any of you birders out there, definitely a place you should check out. Well, I wasn't expecting to find this house here, and I didn't even actually know if I'd get all the way to the dam here at the canyon side trail, but I'm glad I did. I kept on going and kept on going, and eventually got to the dam here, and it is super, super neat. Looking out from this vantage point is breathtaking. It is gorgeous out here. So, you know, as you always say, like hiking, getting to those remote places, those places that not everybody goes to, you are rewarded with the best things. It's getting late, the sun is almost down right now, so I'm gonna hustle back to my rig, call it a night, but thanks for joining me for the hike. So just as I pulled into this little area by the sign to, you know, do this little filming, and the person that apparently I'm in their driveway, they came out and just wondering what I was doing. I got to talking to them, you know, and it turns out that they own a little this property behind them. It's called Blue Water Lake Lodge RV and Horse Motel. And so what they offer is they have a little RV campground that you can park. I think it's $20, $25 a night, but you can have your horses here, so then you take your horses out and you can ride them through the park. The other cool thing about it is that they have a little coffee shop and a book exchange inside right here within a 5-minute walk of the park. Perfect. I mean, that sounds so cool. So I'm glad that she came out and said hi. Her name is Kirsten. Her mom's name is Trish, I believe. And so that was really cool to meet them. But once they open back up, I might go check them out. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick tour of the Blue Water Lake State Park here in New Mexico. Again, I got this with my New Mexico State Parks annual camping pass. It's just 225 bucks. It lets me camp for free in any of these areas. There's 30 plus campgrounds in the state of New Mexico that you can go camp at for free, all covered by that pass. So I hope you enjoyed that quick tour. We got to see the dump area, the freshwater, the showers, you know, I did a quick hike. So a lot of things to do here. If you're into fishing, hiking, any of those things, this is gonna be a really good place to go and check out. In the summer, I'm sure it gets busy. Some of the sites are reservable. Some of them are first come, first serve, and you can always primitive beach camp out by the water. So it always gives you an option that you're not gonna have a hard time finding a place to camp here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope you got something out of it. What do you guys think? Have you guys ever visited Blue Water Lake State Park or one of the other state parks in New Mexico? What was your own experience? Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good time? I would love to hear about it. Please let us know in the comments below. In the meantime, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give us a big thumbs up, and we'll see you guys all down the road. Take care, guys.